Hey family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel where we just talk about emergency preparedness, basically what me and my family do. Just hopefully give you some thoughts and ideas, things to think about. Get your drink, pull up. We're going to talk about a very important topic, was, one second. I haven't taken a sip. Super hot. That's for all my haters and all my trolls. Good morning. Okay, so woke up this morning, was going through my normal feeds, right? My normal news feeds. Hey, what happened overnight? What's going on? Is there anything I need to be concerned about? Anything of interest? And I came across a pretty sad article, you guys. It was about gold medalist Tori Bowie, and she was on an American team. She was a gold medalist, and it's super sad story because it basically said, hey, gold medalist, cause of death. And so, of course, I'm obsessed with cause of deaths right now. Well, way more in the past I have been, more than I am now, but just piqued my interest, went in, and apparently nobody had heard from her for a while. And she died from childbirth. She was 8 months pregnant, and they're saying that she died from childbirth. Now, whole other rabbit hole whether you believe that story or not. I'm not saying to do it. Let's just take it for what it is. What a horrible story, right? To be in a situation where you're about to be a mother. Any woman that's had a child, there is a certain level of fear, right, with bringing a child into the world, and will the child be okay? And there's fear of, will you be okay, and will you make it? And with today's technology, today's wealth of knowledge, right, I'm not going to say it's rare to lose a child at all, but there's a bigger chance that you're going to be okay. And to have this story come out that her cause of death, she was in childbirth, and there's a lot of variables. We don't know, was she like physically halfway out, died, that type of situation, or she just died at the beginning stages of contractions and that. What happened, right? And I don't know if more to the story will come out, or they'll just chop it up to that. Or did something else happen to her, and then the baby obviously was in distress and maybe was trying to get out, right? But how horrible, right? And it just made my mind think and go back to, this is why we prepare. Obviously not for this particular thing, right? This is a horrible tragedy. But again, preparedness does matter. And when we think about the things that we might need in the future, childbearing, having a child delivery, trying to help somebody else have a baby, all of those things are very important to have some kind of clue and have some sort of supplies ready to go. I did a video a really long time ago. I did it since we've been back here, so within the year. And it was from, if you guys didn't know, I'm an affiliate with Refuge Medical, which is Bear Independence company, and they sell top-notch medical supplies. And IFACs, you name it, tourniquets, all types of stuff. Well, they were kind enough to send me these birthing buckets, and it's basically 5-gallon buckets full of birthing items, supplies, right? And there was a birthing bucket and there was a postpartum bucket, so afterwards. And I was a little, it seemed as a little sketch, like, I don't know if you could do this. Open it up, loved it. I'm gonna make sure that I link that video in this video, you guys, so that you could take a look at it. But worth the buy 100%, okay? Ended up giving away some buckets in that video, so that was fun. But it's a must-have. I just had a subscriber the other day ask me, hey, what happened to the buckets, or do you have that link again, because they have grandchildren coming into the world, right? And so it's important for us to have the knowledge to handle a crisis, to handle an emergency situation with somebody who's pregnant. And then also, if we become pregnant, or we have somebody in our community that's pregnant, it's important to have these things, to go through these things and have supplies. I'm a firm believer, everybody knows food, water, meds, and I'm a firm believer that meds will be attacked one day, will be heavily regulated, that our ability to get stuff over the counter is going to be, disrupted, if you will. And not to mention what happens when we go into a conflict. We are going to go into a conflict with China. It's just a matter of time, right? And or you couple that with just the current supply situation. We are already running into issues. I just saw that video, a news anchor the other day talking about, we're running out of cancer medicines already, right? Well, we know why we're running out of cancer medicines, but however, and that we're asking China for help, right, with that. So we really, really need to be aware of what is happening around the world, what is happening with our stores and our own supply chain and our own ability to get medicines and medical supplies. And so I urge you, use the links in the description box of these videos, right? Get the things, the medical supplies. Go to Refuge Medical and go to the medical supplies there. Go and get these birthing buckets and have them in your supplies. Get the things and keep stockpiling. It is extremely important to start taking things into our own hands and building your little mini hospital, if you will, your little mini pharmacy, if you will. Go to the description box and go to the JASE Medical and get your antibiotics right now. Okay, they have some other very cool products that are out now that I need to do a video on, but amazing, amazing stuff. It is critical that you are stockpiling your hospitals, if you will, pharmacies, medicines, over-the-counters, holistic stuff, supplements, vitamins, all of this stuff, medical supplies, tourniquets, bandages, band-aids, birthing kits, suture kits, broken arm kits, all of the things that would help you and assist you in mending somebody back to good health, right? Wound care bucket. Refuge Medical sent me a wound care bucket at one point. Amazing bucket, tons of stuff. Now I would say in a real life situation, you need 10 times the amount that comes in this bucket. However, I loved this bucket for the idea of having it in different locations on your property or wherever you were going to set up for and this is going to be a little left for some people, but a firefight, right? Somewhere where you're setting up for a patrol, to patrol an area or some sort of outpost area, right? It's a nice kit to have and take somewhere else and have that, right? But you, in like any kit that you buy, any medical kit you buy, you are going to want to expand on that, right? You're going to want to grow that and not just get a little kit and say, oh, it's good. I've got my medical kit ready to go, because you're going to find yourselves in the futures when we don't have the ability to have that hospital, have that urgent care, have those doctors, have those nurses there and available. And this goes for your animals and being ready for animals in different situations with that. This article was about a woman, a human, right, that, died in childbirth. This happens all the time with livestock and animals. And so having the knowledge of that, having the knowledge of birthing and what to do for them and when they're in the signs of distress and how you would assist them, right? And different medicines and stuff you can get to assist them. Your animals are no different. If you have a creature that is breathing on this green earth, it is your responsibility to therefore take care of it, okay? And that means don't leave it out to cold when something's happening, right? They're just like children, if you will. You're checking on them. You're making sure they're okay. You're providing for them. And in that sense, it's the medical thing is super important and just as important for them as it is for you. I mean, some of that livestock, if you have it, should be providing you something, right? So it's vital to your family. It's about survival for your family, ensuring that that animal makes it and is okay, and that you're helping them go through whatever it is that they're going through, okay? Times are going to get rough, and it's hard for people to hear that, even people that know. It's like over and over. I had a comment the other day. Somebody's like, I've been listening to you for 2 years and you've been saying the same stuff over and over and over and nothing has happened. But baby, this is like life. This is like insurance for your house, right? This is like fire insurance for your house, right? You don't sit here and hope your fire burns down. Like, wow, what a waste of this money of mine. The house hasn't even burned down yet. It's not like that. It's for the what ifs. It's for when the things happen. And the thing is in this situation, the things are going to happen, right? It's whether you recognize it or not, because trust and believe the things are already happening. Inflation, if that's not affecting you and your family, I mean, God bless you then. God bless you. And I would say that it's not affecting you because you're not paying attention, meaning you make enough money, you're used to just frivolously spending it, right? Maybe not on a budget, and you're just okay with the change. You're just okay with the uptick. It doesn't bother you, doesn't bother you. You don't check to see how much the gas is at the gas tank. You just fill it up. You just go to the grocery store and get groceries. You just go out and get the things, and you don't really pay attention to how much it costs, or you just don't care. And that's because you have an influx of money, and so you're just like, I just don't care. But it's here in front of us. Okay, we have these things. If you don't see the violence and the intake of violence and crime that's happening around us, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, right? There is stuff happening now, and this is why we prepare, why we do these things. We are on the brink of a conflict with powerhouse countries that definitely could do some damage to us, and you know, that's going to have an effect on you, okay? Your medicines, especially, your other imports, exports. The whole game is going to change if we go to any kind of conflict with certain folks, okay? There's a difference between going after somebody we know for a fact we're going to win against, and somebody who's actually going to give us a run for our money, right? That's good, you guys. Okay. So important. I'll make sure that I link the links in the description box. Make sure you're paying attention. JASE Medical is down there for getting your antibiotics. Again, some of this stuff is more expensive. So I'm encouraging you to put it into your finances, put it into your budget, make it work. You know, prioritize too some of these bigger purchases. What's important? Antibiotics is important. If you need those and you don't have those, and we go through something where you're not able to get them, that's a big deal, very big deal. So antibiotics, going to Refuge Medical, checking out the different products they have, the different medical kits they have, IFAKs, tourniquets, all types of stuff, these birthing kits, the wound care bucket. I mean, they just have a wealth of stuff on their website. Please go there. With anything that I'm affiliated, make sure you're using the code that goes along with it so that you get your discounts. But get stockpiled, and think of it as you need a space that's your mini hospital. I don't care if that is a hallway closet and all you have is a dresser. You can get those little hanging shoe racks that you can hang on the bar. There's all types of different containers that you can hang on the bar. There's the space above. You can put extra totes of different stuff. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff. Think about elderly. Think about anybody that is infant, special needs, that have special needs when it comes to medical stuff. Stockpile that, you know. Something as simple as adult diapers could be a thing that let's get a couple totes of adult diapers and get them stockpiled, right? It seems so minor, but when those things are needed and you have a medical crisis and then you're trying to aid somebody and take care of somebody, simple things like that are important, right? Having the things that you would have in the hospital, right? What's the first thing they do, right? They're, you know, checking your blood pressure, right? They're seeing how you're doing, right? Having those things and having those abilities to do the things for your basic everyday checks, your everyday basic needs, and then moving that up to your emergency needs, right? You cannot be dependent that the hospitals are always going to be here. You cannot be dependent that 911 is always going to be there. It only takes one black swan event to clog up the 911, and either it's completely down, grid down, no power, or it's up, but it's totally clogged and you can't get through anyway. So how do you handle an emergency medical situation when something like that happens, right? That's what you're preparing for, okay? So you guys be well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Take care.